more boggins. Even more boggins. Tusked boggins. And more boggins.
I won't do that.
The tusked boggins is a ferocious, hulking beast with an exceedingly bad temper. Aided by packs of boggits, it will fight anything that crosses its path. Invariably, some of the boggits will die, but the survivors are rewarded with scraps left over from the boggins' prey. If only my assistance would work for so little.
Okay, he said this was just one entrance to the city. There are guide stones littered across the blood marsh that will lead us to the main one. The guide stones are useless to most, but will reveal the correct path to Nephilim such as yourself. Alright. So basically you find different guide stones to figure out which path leads to Adria. But all the other parts...
This time, Adria.
All the other parts
Remember to get the information we need before you try it. Well, that's very reassuring.
like there's still dungeons with loot and enemies inside, so we might just go through all of them. Oh hey bro, what are you doing?
What? I'm not dead? You have my thanks. But a word of warning. These animals carry a plague and must be killed before it spreads.
I had believed my new assistant was the noisiest creature in the world.
To create a potion to fight it, I cut one of them open and took its innards. They smell it on me. That's why they're attacking.
There's a goblin.
Impossible.
Oh crap, my guys started attacking the... Oh, I'm gonna hit the goblin. In fact, I'm gonna go ancients. I'm gonna chase the goblin. Come back, goblin. Don't run away. Don't run away.
Still recharging.
I'm not gonna be able to kill this goblin. Not like this. Not like this. Or maybe I will. Alright, get wrecked, goblin. 10 out of 10 goblin. And a legendary. Awesome. Alright, so what was I doing? I was helping this guy kill these monsters. Just take this stuff. Keep the researcher alive.
This is my way of saying thanks. I must get back to my work.
That worked out okay. Cool. Well, we did it. Some of this stuff can be given to our followers. Regenerates cleave down. Okay, I don't really want that. Let's see what the sword is. Huh. It doesn't actually have any other things. Like it doesn't have any bonus properties. It's just more damage, more toughness, and more healing. Good. Why don't we just put that on and chop things with it?
There is definitely something wrong around here.
It's always a good day when you kill a goblin.
My father could never understand. He was born into privilege and wealth, and he spent every moment of his life trying to protect it. I was his flesh and blood, but he cared more about the names in books and the faces of the paintings on the walls than his living daughter. Do you know what fear is? Fear of who you are. Fear of what your own blood would do if they knew what you were. No, you could never understand it. People look to you as a savior. Have you ever thought about the lives you've taken? They were fathers, lovers, daughters.
Interesting. I think Adria's unhappy with her father. I think that's what she's trying to say. Oh, hey bro. What was that about?
You ask me what I see when I look into the fire. I see a burning man. I see a burning witch. I see terror and a hunger that will consume everything. What hope do the works of men have against such all-consuming hunger? I gave myself to the flames.
I mean, she's not really clear. I think she's worshipping demons. She gave herself to the flames. I like the sword. I mean, it's a bit faster. It's not a massive damage increase, but I like it better than the slower weapons. Also, we're gonna try and find all the Adria journals because they're easy to miss. There's one.
My father burned. He screamed as the flames consumed him, and the smell was sickly sweet. He had found me. For once in his life he had noticed me, and when he saw that the flames did not touch me, he breathed one word. It was his last.
Fascinating. Wait a minute. Who burned Adria? So for some reason, both Adria and her father was on fire. Hold on, what's going on here? I wanna see this. Journal list. So there's. So she saw a witch die. Her father was born rich and just tried to pay mostly attention to his money. Fear of what your own blood would do if they knew what you were. So she knew that her father would kill her if he realized that she's a witch. People look to you as a savior. Have you ever thought about the lives you've taken? Right. They ask me what I see when I look into the fire. I see a burning man, a burning witch, terror and hunger. And then my father burned. He screamed as the flame consumed him. The smell was sweet. He found me for once in his life. He had noticed me. And when he saw that the flames did not touch me, he breathed one word. It was his last. I don't know what happened there. I don't know who burned them. But apparently they were both caught in a fire. But Adria was perfectly fine with it. Like she was on fire and not concerned about it.
Witch, they called me. But I turned it against them. When their daughter had a child that needed to disappear. When there was a sickness that none of the healers could cure. Who was it they pleaded with? When they needed me, the morality they flaunted in the daylight disappeared. As it always does.
Alright.
Impossible.
Adria the Witch. Oh, there's a boggin here. Let me just kill this guy.
I will not be denied.
Chop, 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 chop. Feeling good, feeling good. Let's give that an 8. The combination of skills and items feels good. We might not find all the Adria.
Nothing happens when I approach it.
Let me try.
Oh, here's another one.
The first time I heard him, his voice pierced my skull. It reminded me of the cold and haughty sound of my father. But it was more. A crush of thousands of voices. When I heard him, I saw the flame. And I knew fear.
Well, that's Diablo, because Diablo is the Lord of Terror.
There are 4 entrances to the Nephilim city, each one etched with a sigil. Only the correct one marks the true entrance to the tomb, however. When you activate these stones, one of the wrong sigils disappears.
Right. So, you know, fire passage eliminated, so that's the wrong passage, but as I said, there's still loot and monsters in there, so I might just go there anyway. Chop, 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 chop. There's a lot of boggins.
I will not be denied.
Chop, 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 chop. And the faster we chop, the more likely we can chain stun the enemies. So that's important.
No way.
Searching for the maggot brood has been quite an adventure. I first observed the corpse of one near the road to West Marsh, where it raised such a stench that my new assistant vomited twice on my favorite traveling cloak. The stains came out eventually, but I was sorely vexed.
Alright.
Perhaps, when this is over, I'll return here to live a life of isolation until I reach enlightenment.
Isn't there someone you would miss?
I don't know who you're talking about.
The Hunter's Den. We might have missed some of these Adria journals. Not that it matters to me, I guess it matters to you guys because you're gonna miss out. Hey guys. Let me just chop away at him. Chop, chop, chop. Did I lose my stack somehow? That's crazy. Chop, 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 chop. Yeah, that was kind of easy. Let's give that a 6. It's pretty unremarkable. Is that a demon? Is it a demon? It is, right? And the loot wasn't great neither. That's not very good. I mean, this is probably good. This is probably good. Other stuff, not so much. Oh, this reduces cooldown on all skills by 11%. This is 10.5%. Wow, it's only a 0.5% increase. So I'm gonna swap that gem for that one because it's, you know, more cooldown reduction. Not by much, but every little bit counts. What is happening? Chop, 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 chop. Alright. Whoa, trap. Alright, let's go find these passages. So the fire passage was eliminated.
This could be the right passage. I do not know for sure.
We don't know for sure. This is the wind passage, right? If it is, I have to come back out again. What should I do? What should I do? Let me just walk around a bit. I do want to just go to all the wrong ones. All the wrong passages as well as the right one. Might take a while to find them all.
Here is something I did not expect to see.
Curious. There's a lot of dead people.
Begone! I am not yet ready to entertain guests. No! It's almost finished!
Chop, 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 chop. Not Curtis, he's a ghost, right? Oh crap, this is not good. So, yeah, let me just do that, and do that, and do that. And then continue doing that. So his damage reflection actually damages me faster than I can hurt him. And he's summoning these guys non-stop. This is problematic. Every time I try to press potion, I accidentally hit the tab button, which is the map.
Be finished.
Alright, we survived it.
I curse you, Saul. You sold me this piece of waterlogged land to build my castle on. Well, I will have the last laugh, you dog. I will build my castle here, and it will be the grandest castle ever. Do you hear me, Saul? Ever!
Somebody sold him this piece of land to build his castle. Chain stun. What should we call that? Let's give that a 9. It was challenging and interesting. Ooh, hey, look, there's more and more guys. Let me charge over here. So because we're at max level, the enemies won't get any stronger until we turn up the difficulty. But as we gain more and more Paragon levels, we will get stronger. So as we level up our Paragon, the monsters in relation, like relatively, will become weaker.
No way.
Alright, cool. Well, let's do that. They do have fire chains. Let's try not to get caught in the fire chains. Or the lightning. I'm standing in lightning, alright. Doing okay, doing okay. Okay, that's lightning, that's fire chains. Let's walk away from the fire chains. Did we kill one of them? I think we did. Or rather the ancients kill one of them. If we kill... Okay, now they don't have fire chains to work with anymore. And we just chop them until he dies. Hopefully chain stun him. Oh, the chain stun is so good! 8 out of 10, we're so effective. Oh look, another, what is this? Caverns of Luray? What is that? What is that? What does that mean? Lashing creepers. There's maggots falling from the ceiling. That's gross. Area damage, I guess. I'm pretty pleased. I'm very pleased with these weapons. With this weapon I have right now. Look at this! Just chopping things till they die. And chain stunning them. It's the attack speed, you know, it's not just the damage output. The attack speed gives us the chain stunning. Which is another reason that maybe I should switch the critical hit damage to the attack speed on the Paragon points. Because I mean, even if the critical hit chance, you know, should give us more damage output, the chain stunning is a better utility. Alright, let me look at this. No. Pause, no. And no for all that. So I think what I'm gonna do is actually change this to attack speed. Because the faster we hit, the more we chain stun. And that's worth more than just raw damage. Oh, hey, look.
Still recharging.
Look at these guys. Wow. Hey. I just ran back into the ice. Amazing.
Your flesh is weak.
Where am I? Underneath these guys. Let me just come over here. Chop them till they die. Charge them a little bit. Done. That was fairly good. Let's give it an 8. Everything going really well. Oh wait, this is a... You just go the other way first. I think this is a... Actually no, this is not dead end. What is this? Is it just me, or is my attack speed really... Oh, I'm using the Frenzy Shrine. The Frenzy Shrine. I was wondering, like, why is my attack speed so high?
The ancient smile on me.
Like, that attack speed is amazing. Right, look at this, look at this. So good.
I can't.
Doesn't seem to be anything useful there. No legendaries, that's for sure. No. No, we're keeping what we have. I want the leap. Maggot Brood, just watch me chain stun this guy. And watch him just do nothing and die. 8 out of 10. We're just really, really effective. Get chopped. Alright, interesting. There's a lot of these little maggots that don't really do anything. Oh, here we go. Let's charge that.
No way.
I grow in power indeed. Alright, I'm gonna go to here, movement speed. Oh, there's the next level, but we missed a lot of loot. Or well, maybe not loot, we missed a lot of map behind us. Alright, this is level 2. Let's just go back and make sure we grab all the stuff.